Remember, when you're looking for a place to attend Mass, and if you don't already attend Mass at your local parish, come to St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. We're located at 43 Holton Street in Allston, just a few blocks up from Soldiers Field Road. And you can check us out, come to our 10 o'clock a.m. Mass, and come to experience our Catholic worship at St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. Welcome to the voice of St. Anthony Parish from Allston, Massachusetts, right here on WROL, 950 AM, 100.3 FM. And you can also hear us at CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com. Well, today is Friday, and it is the last Friday of the liturgical year, so we look forward to the coming weekend where we actually begin Advent. You know, a couple things to be aware of. Advent is when we change to another color. It's used in two seasons of the year, most of you know. The color purple, or in Advent alone, you can also use blue. And a lot of people don't know that, but that's another color that you can use during Advent. And people do use blue, some priests use blue, to separate it from Lent, which is going to be in the spring, as it always is, and it's the 6 weeks prior to Easter. So you may see some priests, not a lot do that, may see some priests wearing blue. Just for the record, by the way, there are several colors, liturgical colors, throughout the year. So during major seasons of Christmas and Easter, the color is white. During the penitential seasons of Advent and Lent, the color is purple. Advent can also be blue. And also during ordinary time, the color is green. For funerals, this is something that someone was saying this to me the other day. I've never seen this before. There are three colors you can use for funeral. The most commonly used is white, and actually during my funeral homilies, I always point out that white is a symbol of resurrection, hence the reason why we use it in Easter, and therefore I usually say everything in the church that is white is a symbol of resurrection. You can also use purple, which is a penitential color, and you can use black. It's more common among those who celebrate the Latin Mass, which I don't. However, it's black. And I've used it once. Sometimes I've used it once. I'd like to use it for our All Souls Day. And it's just, it fits the day. So anyway, there are several colors you can use for funerals, and that's what I was saying. You could either white, which is what I've always used. For All Souls Day, I've used black once. Purple, I've never used for a funeral, and of course, as I said, black. And the reason why I bring that up is a priest celebrated a Mass recently. I think it was on the South Shore. Someone brought it to my attention and said he's wearing black. Yep. I know the priest, and very traditional, and that was the old style. You may remember as well, I don't know how this went. I don't know whether this is for every funeral, but the casket would be in the church, and it would have 6 funeral candles around it. That was the old style, and everything would be in black. But that was then. Another common thing you can see is, another color is rose, and you see it twice a year. So we have the vestment rose here at St. Anthony. It's used twice a year. It's used the 3rd Sunday of Advent and the 4th Sunday of Lent. The only time it's used ever. There's never another time ever that it's used. Whereas the other colors are used throughout the year. I forgot one color, by the way, red. Red is used for Pentecost Sunday, for Good Friday, and any time you're dealing with a martyr. So, red signifies the Holy Spirit, and it also signifies martyrdom. So, on certain Sundays, not so much Sundays, on certain weekdays of the year, you will see red. You will also see it during the Easter Twitterum on Good Friday, and you will also see it on Pentecost Sunday. So that's another color that is available. Kind of fascinating there. So there's a whole bunch of colors. There's another color which is gold. Gold is used as white, but it's usually used for certain Sundays, like, for example, Christ the King. Well, obviously, you'd have gold to be used, but the official color that it represents is white, so there is no liturgical color of gold. So a little thing that you're going to start seeing over the next few weeks as we begin Advent, as we end the ordinary time. So you're not going to see green again at all, in no way, until January. That's when you start seeing green again. You see it for a short amount of time, and then you see it right after Pentecost, actually right after Holy Trinity Sunday, or Corpus Christi, sorry, and you see it consistently until usually around Thanksgiving. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to St. Anthony Parish. Don't forget to tell others where they can find our program. You can hear us on WROL 950 AM and WROLradio.com at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We then podcast the program on your favorite podcast platform and at CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com. You can also hear us at our parish website, that's St. AnthonyAlston.org. That is StAnthonyAlston.org. Let others know where you can find us and spread the word about the Catholic Audio Media podcast. We're back, and don't forget, you have a standing invitation to our 10 o'clock a.m. Mass on Sundays, and if you want to experience Mass, the 10 o'clock Mass at St. Anthony Parish, just remember when you come to Mass, and you maybe you're not ready to donate in the collection yet, you just I want to know what Mass is like over there. I just want to check it out. Well, yeah, you're welcome to come. I'm not asking you to leave your own parish. I'm just saying that if you're not going regularly to a Catholic Mass, or if you happen to be going to the Latin Mass and you want to come to the ordinary form of the Mass, you're welcome to come to St. Anthony Parish, and make sure you write the word radio on a piece of paper. It's the promo code, I guess you could call it. Put radio on a piece of paper. That's what you can drop in the collection basket. You don't have to collection basket. You don't have to drop any kind of money, because you're kind of experiencing, well, what is this like? Do I want to check this out? And in our 10 o'clock Mass, we have chant. So what it is I chant my part, and then the response is chanted back, and then we go back and forth. We even chant the Our Father. So anyway, that's on Sundays at 10 o'clock. You're welcome to come to Mass at St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. And again, if you're in the Boston area, I'm not asking you to leave your own parish to come to this one, but if you don't go to Mass regularly, you want to come to Mass at St. Anthony, come check out our Mass. So anyway, it is the Friday before Advent. We were talking about how you're going to start seeing different colors, and we obviously begin purple. We also, by the way, don't do the Gloria. We don't do the Gloria in Advent and Lent. You do the Creed, but not the Gloria. So the Mass is a little bit shorter. And one of the rules we have at St. Anthony, just so you know, is during summer we don't sing the Gloria, because we're not air conditioned. And as I like to tell the people who come to Mass on Sunday, we have I learned a long time ago. I learned this a long time, and I've been in Ecuador, I've been in Brazil, and the churches are not air conditioned down there, but they actually have open churches where there are really no doors. And one of the things that I learned is if you open the windows in your church early in the morning, it cools down the church enough that you don't really need air conditioning. It'll still get a little hot. These are little tricks that you learn to deal with things like that. So anyway, we're talking about, the difference you'll see in Advent. So you won't hear the Gloria, and you're not going to hear the Gloria again until Christmas. And you'll see the purple, but everything else will pretty much be the same. But again, we're focused on Advent, we're focusing on preparing ourselves, and we're focusing on the Gospel of Mark, which, as I said earlier, is all about being watchful. Now, you will also find that theme of being watchful in Matthew and you'll see. But Jesus goes right into a parable in Matthew where he doesn't do it at Mark. He talks about be prepared, be watchful. And what it's referring to is something that we talk about, and that is the particular judgment. We believe that when you die, you are judged before the Lord. Now, some people will say, well, that's not supposed to happen till the end of the world, and . Once you die, you're outside of time. That's a well understanding. So the whole concept of where you are in time doesn't mean anything anymore. So anyway, then you are judged by the Lord. And of course, that sounds so awful. You're judged. And I swear in school taught us to be afraid of being judged. However, I've been doing my best to be in love with you, Lord. That's what we're called to do. And so don't look at it judgment. The saints who really were in love with the Lord look forward to that time. And they look forward to it because they would meet Christ face to face. So that's one of the things to look at. Whereas in the old school, and you can still see that in some aspects of the church, this what is known as triumphalism is this concept is very few people will be happy at their judgment day. Well, let's focus on leading people to fall in love with the Lord and let them come to experience that with the Lord. Then there is what is known as the general judgment at the end of the world. And you know what that's all about? That's all about justice being done. So Billy Joe, who's been extorting people for years and got away with it, and the final judgment, he won't. And that's what that's all about, bringing justice all the way across the board. We're going to talk more in Advent on Monday. Have a blessed day and weekend. I want to call your attention to Catholic TV, which offers great faith-filled, family-friendly programming 24 hours a day. You can find your cable channel at www.getcatholictv.com, and you can watch online on the free apps or check out the YouTube channel. Daily Mass, Rosaries, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and the Our Lady of Perpetual Help Novena are all available online and on demand. Check out CatholicTV.com. If you're interested in attending Catholic worship, come consider the 10 o'clock a.m. Mass at St. Anthony Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. We're located just 4 blocks up from Soldiers Field Road at 43 Holton Street. You can check out our website at stanthonyalston.org. That's saintantonyalston.org. And come to the 10 o'clock Mass and experience our chanted Liturgy of the Eucharist every Sunday.